If you have a For You page like mine, you might be really confused as to what to eat for breakfast, because in some clips you see people making these acai bowls, and you see people packing in nutrients with smoothies. But what truly is the best way to start your day with food? Well, I'm going to answer you from a carnivore's perspective. So there's a couple things that we think about as carnivores. Number one, making sure your body stays in a ketogenic state. This isn't necessary to be in a ketogenic state all the time as a carnivore, but if you are most certainly in a fat loss phase, or you are trying initially to become fat adapted as you're a new carnivore, I would really recommend making sure that you eat fat as soon as you wake up. So I typically would have like a latte from my Nespresso machine. I do a decaf latte pod, and I add one little browned butter bite that I keep in my fridge. It is literally just unsalted butter that I have browned in a pan. I have I've laid them all out in the freezer, cut it into pieces, and I just have them sitting in a Ziploc in my freezer. So I like to make sure that my body knows I want it to be burning fat. I want to give it fat initially when I wake up. So that's the first thing I do. Next thing you want to think about is not raising your blood sugar. So the goal is to make sure that you keep inflammation down in your body for metabolic health, to cure any sort of metabolic dysfunction. What you want to do is get your blood sugar under control. And the foods that are going to raise your blood sugar are smoothies, cereals, things that lots of fruit, especially if you're blending it and you're not eating fiber in your fruit. These are things that are going to spike your blood sugar. Your blood sugar will come down and crash, and then you'll have lots of cravings throughout the day. So for me, no bueno. I am not going to have anything that even turns into sugar, especially because I never have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off my day. If I do have breakfast, I typically have 2 big meals a day. That aside though, if I were gonna have breakfast, if my day is gonna be a little bit different, I'm going to be having eggs. Eggs you can cook so many different ways. You can make a scramble, you can make an omelet, you can make kind of like eggs in purgatory and just kind of like put lots of different things in it. Like I like to put some cheese or chili onion crunch in it. If you can tolerate tomato sauce, go ahead and make it the traditional way. You can make hard-boiled eggs. There's so many different types of ways that you could have eggs. You could make a homemade hollandaise sauce. So eggs are a no-brainer for starting off your day as a carnivore with breakfast. I would also add in things like ground pork sausage. I would add in ground beef. Ground beef is a really good start to your day if you just brown up a bunch of pounds of ground beef. You can just leave that in the fridge. Literally all you have to do is just pop it in the pan and then put an egg in the middle, an egg or two, and then you've got your meal. Bacon is also a carnivore no-brainer. I do try and keep my bacon intake to just 1 or 2 days a week, just because I don't love to have tons and tons of pork. You can have leftovers for breakfast, but the goal here is eat a very filling breakfast that will not spike your blood sugar and that will give you sustained energy throughout the day. So you're going to look at meats, animal meats. You can look at salmon. You can look at some smoked salmon would be a great breakfast idea. Lots of egg options, lots of breakfast sausage options. You could even have turkey breakfast sausage or chicken breakfast sausage. Just watch out, because there are dextrose. If you see that in your sausage, it is added sugars. You also want to get bacon that has low or no sugar, really. So those are some great ideas to make sure that you are also getting your protein in. So I'm a big advocate of not a super high protein. You don't need to go crazy, but I do like most women to get at least a minimum of 120 grams of protein every day. That's a moderate amount for most women. And if you're starting at breakfast, you're getting yourself into a good head start. So don't spike your blood sugar. Eat healthy fats to make sure you stay ketogenic, or that you're telling your body to stay in a fat adapted state. And just to stick to simple breakfast foods, or even use some leftovers. Keep it super simple.